It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme tonight. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys, and it comes your way next.
We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. This is taken in at the 13. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State fourth-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, well, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for. That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 4. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Dak off the play fake. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Dak throwing again. Throw secured by Brandon Cooks. And he'll go down here at the 16.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Up the middle, Vaughn. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Dowdle. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Only a yard that time, and now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Cowboys finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Good looking return here, and he's got room. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, the most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Brought down by Deron Bland. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
This is Henry on 2nd. There's the power, now some speed. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Lamar out of the pistol. On the move, headed right. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 48. He's throwing deep to the left side. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive. In the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. Takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish off their opening drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens start off well to tie things 7-7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Back out come the Cowboys for their second drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down. Dak to the air here. The screen pass falls incomplete.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Cowboys punting it away here on fourth, and it's the long-time vet Brian Anger on now. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens will go on offense. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. The drive begins with Henry. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Lamar now from the gun. Gets this, fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Okay, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. 1st and 10, Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Working from the pistol, Prescott. It's caught, Ferguson. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, Just find a way to get him the ball.
He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that brings up 4th and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He has it at the 13. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they're going to take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He's got Andrews. And they had that one contained right at the line. Brought down by Deron Bland.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They send a man in motion. Lamar off the play fake. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted! Trayvon Diggs has got it! Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And he pushed deep into enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Dak now from the gun. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st down, here's Dak. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. So it's 2nd down coming up. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Another throw for Prescott. Cut out left. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Deontay Hardy to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He tucks it and takes off. This is ahead for about 5. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Putting a receiver in motion. From the gun, Jackson. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They start out with a 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. They get 13 on the pickup, and that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the Combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator.
Now we are getting a challenge. Mike McCarthy wants to take another look at that last play. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, here's Lamar. Complete, Derrick Henry. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Henry's going to try to pick it up. Oh, he trucked that defender. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
All set up now for 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. First down throw for Jackson. Caught it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
The Cowboys offense headed out there. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll run here on 1st down. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll motion him out of the backfield. From the 40 on 2nd down. Setting up the screen. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
We see the Ravens making their way out now. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense is eating, it's been a tough watch.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Running once more with Henry. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd and just 2 to go. Another run for Henry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Throwing from the gun. And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Coach is challenging to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Back-to-back carries here. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory. 3 yards the pickup. Now it's 3rd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Prescott now on 3rd down. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Brian Anger on now to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And a fair catch made here at the 17. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And after they were stopped on 4th down, their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. Play action. Here's Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's a 9-yard pickup, and it gives him a 3rd and 2.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Turning to Henry on 3rd. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. And that punt reaches 50 yards. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. And it's the Cowboys. Looking at 3rd and 12. Prescott here from the gun. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll go with another punt, which brings Brian Anger back to the field. Steven Sims deep to return. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. That's taken in by Henry. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Connects with Bateman. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's on the move. He's running with it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First and 10 now from the 30. Play fake, Jackson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. The tight end going in motion right. 2nd and 10 now. Into the hands of Likely. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Lamar. He'll get this to Henry. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Jackson to the air. He's got it. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice game. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And again, it's Jackson. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a first down pass play can and certainly was effective.
They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens tie things up at 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Turpin with a return. This return makes it up to the 25. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. We've hit halftime, all tied up thanks to that late touchdown. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send Aguilar in motion left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He picks up 28 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done.
He's got Andrews. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. Henry has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Trying to run with Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Defense making a couple of good stops here, and this brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
3rd and goal, Henry. And he gets in, touchdown! The Ravens take the lead right away in half number 2. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7.
Cowboys 14.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 13. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Cowboys about set to take over. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They give it to him again. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Dak now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
There is no question this defense has risen to the occasion of prime time tonight. There's also no question that this is a window into the kind of beating quarterbacks can take when you can't protect him. He's going to have to use all week to get his body right to hopefully hit the field next week.
The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. The Ravens are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They bring a tight end in motion right. On 1st down, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That's now a handful of sacks for the defense and a handful of bruises for the quarterback. Consider this, Kate. Truly elite defenses in this league, well, they average just over 3 sacks a game during an entire season. You put up 5 in a contest, you're playing like one of the league's best.
All right, here we go. Second down. Man in motion, out of the slot. This is Henry on second. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. From the gun, Jackson. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense could take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks, well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign, well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he makes a fair catch well short of midfield. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Ferguson there to bring it in. And they get this down to the 28. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make...
Well, John Harbaugh's challenged plenty of calls in his career, and he's got the red flag out once again. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. The throw is caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on 3rd down.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Back to the well again. And he makes it across. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys tie this game at 21. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. And what we saw in the first half wasn't an anomaly, partner. They've kept throwing it to him as we work throughout the rest of this game, and the results have been just as good. First down throw for Jackson. Catch is made down the right sideline. He does it! Touchdown, Baltimore! The Ravens need only one to take the lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 14. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Cowboys and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. Throwing on first is Prescott. It's caught, Ferguson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 38. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
Dallas sends its punching unit onto the field. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. Secures this at the 17. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They're set up at the 35 now. Here's Henry on the option. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Out of the gun, Henry. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Changing it up here, Jackson. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. One of the tight ends motioning right. Jackson now on third. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
A gain of 15. First down, Ravens.
Three quarters in the books from this one. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Here's first and 10 from the 34. Aguilar, the receiver, in motion right. From the gun, a run for Henry. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Lamar out of the pistol. Andrews with the catch. And this one does not go far.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, third down. Lamar back to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Tucker's kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a two-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a two-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Kick taken in here at the 17. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This offense getting all set for this series. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First and 10, Prescott. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
From the 39, Ferguson's got it, complete. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Throw complete to Lamb. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And this one doesn't go far.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the first down.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
On 1st down, they'll run. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Best run games in this league at balance can run it inside, as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. Jukes out a 1-stop. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
They can tack on 1 more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now it's Lamar. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets out of trouble. He's keeping it. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3 now. Trying down the middle with Henry. And he's brought down for a loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Back to throw it. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Tight end in motion left. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delayed game.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 1st down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that 1st down flag. Man in motion here. From the gun, Jackson. Bateman hauls it in. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Running back sent in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. Going with King Henry here. And he's not going to get anything as that brings us to the 2-minute warning. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Slot man motioned over. 3rd and short. He's taking the option right. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Running for it. Here's Henry. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. Has a lane inside the 25. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Second down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. We give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Ravens will fly home with the win. Well, Brock, they pulled out the win, but can't be feeling too good about it. Felt like they should have beat this squad a lot more convincingly than they did.
Hey, I get it. On paper, this was a lopsided contest, but you don't play these games on paper, and this team brought everything they had. No such thing as a guaranteed win in the NFL. So it was a little too close for comfort, I got it. But more importantly, they still got the dub.
And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Dallas.